I'm on. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? How's everybody doing this fine, beautiful evening? How are you all? Hmm. What's up, Fail Army? What's up, Gemma? What's up, Rage? What's up, Jesse Miller? What's up, Big Ben? How are y'all doing this fine, beautiful day? Hold on just 1 second, guys. Hold on just 1 second, guys. And there we go. What's up, Rounded Round? How are you? What's going on, Bass Show? What's going on, Fail Army? What's going on, Gemma Harvey? How are each and everybody doing? Y'all are not going to want to miss this show. Can y'all hear me all right over this mask? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me all right? I hope so. I'm blessed to be alive each and every day because tomorrow's never promised there. Death Dragoon, how are you? How is everybody doing? Hey, Bass Show, what's going on, my man? Bass Show family made it to one. How are you doing, my man? Gemma Harvey is up in the building, up in the house. How you doing, Joseph? How was everybody doing this fine, beautiful day? Can y'all hear me under this mask? Y'all are not gonna want to miss this show. I'm waiting on my co-star. He'll be here momentarily, and we're about to have a discussion. That's why it's called Mask versus Mask. If y'all pay attention to the thumbnails. Here you go. Here you go. There, Bass Show family. I hope you show up more. I think we need to get used to hearing people talking in mask anyway. That's true. That's true. Hey, Gingerlock, how are you doing? Oh man, come on now. Don't come in here and say fly, Eagles, fly. Come on now. How you doing, Michael? How are you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. Here in a few minutes, there, Bass Show. I'm waiting on my co-star that's supposed to be here momentarily. He's running a little bit late. He had a really busy day. So if you guys could like and share this out, guys, this is going to be a stream you're not going to want to miss. I'm telling y'all, this is about to be a lit stream. Thank you, Paige. Thank you. I do appreciate that. This is a stream y'all are not going to want to miss. When my co-star gets here, you got a mask too? Awesome. Well, wear your mask when you come up there, Bass Show. I'm waiting on my co-star to come up, and as soon as he comes up, the show will get started. So, guys, please like and share this out. If you want to raid me, go ahead, because this is a show you are not going to want to miss. I'm telling you. I've been advertising this thing every day, all day long. I'm blessed to be alive each and every day because tomorrow's never promised. There, Michael. That's how I'm doing. Yeah, I'm waiting on my co-star that's supposed to be here. He's running a little bit late, but that's all right. You got a cat and 2 dogs. Awesome. I have a dog. We're going to be doing a little bit of debate. We're going to be talking a little bit about a lot of things. So God bless you too, Bash Show family. We're going to ask people to come up and express your feelings, and we're going to talk about some good old things. What's going on in the world today? So I need as many people in here as I can. I want people to like and share this out. And it's going to be a banger stream. I'm telling you, it's going to be a really good stream. And I can't wait for it to come. My Light Part 3. Hello. Holy shit. How are you doing? My Light Part 3. Holy shit. I haven't seen you forever. How are you doing? I'm not worthy, My Life Part 3. How are you doing? Much love to you. How are you doing, Miss My Life Part 3? That's a hell of a channel right there. I've been excited about this. Been asking Blood every day. When's it going to do this? That's right. Here we go. We're going to do it today. As soon as my co-star gets here. You've been looking forward to this one? Well, good. Well, let's get some people up in here. How you doing, Running Bear? How are you? Yeah, make sure you're hitting that like and share this out. Like and share this out. You are not going to want to miss this stream. I'm telling you, as soon as my co-star gets here, it's on. I'm telling you. And you all will see why I'm wearing the mask. That's why I called this stream Mask versus Mask. We're going to be having a little bit of debate on everything that's going on today. Talking about a little bit of everything tonight. And we're going to be how you doing, Goose Sports? How are you? Here we go. Everyone, evening, everyone. Be safe, everyone. Exactly right. My Life Part 3. Exactly right, My Life Part 3. So, how are you been there, My Life Part 3? Anybody want to come up on the panel while I'm waiting on my boy, while I'm waiting on my co-star up in here? Y'all can come up just when he gets here. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things. So if you're easily butthurt, or if you can't handle the kind of language that's about to be going on in this chat, then you might want to go ahead and leave now. I hope so, Paige. I hope so. So when my co-star gets here, I'm going to be getting everybody off panel. I'm going to be getting everybody off panel, and we're going to start the show. How you doing, Rockstar Richie? How are you? My Life Part 3 is an amazing channel. You need to pick her up. Amazing woman. Her and her husband is just a phenomenal group. I dropped a link in the chat if anybody wants to get up here. But I would, but I'm in bed. You always got an excuse, Gemma. What's going on, Nightmare Coins? How are you? What's going on, Creeping Never Sleeps? How are you? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat, everybody. I'm just waiting on my co-star. So just please be patient with me. I could have came on a little bit later, but I just wanted to come on and get all right. I'm out, Blood. I'll talk to you later. I'm offended. Yeah, right. Fail Army. How you doing, Barefoot Adventures? How are you? How you doing, New Jersey? Yeah, I know you haven't been My Life Part 3, and I miss you. I miss every one of you. I really do. I haven't seen you stream, haven't seen your husband stream or anything, and I miss the hell out of you, My Life Part 3. I'm I'm blessed to be alive each and every day because tomorrow's never promised. Their nightmare coins. Yeah, make sure you're picking up everybody in the chat. I put the link in the chat if anybody wants to come up while I'm waiting on my co-star. As soon as my co-star gets here, we're going to be talking about a lot of things. We're going to be covering a lot of things. So strap on your seatbelt and get ready. I'm telling you, this is going to be a banger stream, and you are not going to want to miss this. Hey, I picked my butt. How are you doing, my man? I picked my butt is awesome. You need to check him out. Awesome dude right there. Awesome gaming channel. How you doing, David? How's each and every one of you all doing this fine, beautiful day? So we're going to be talking about a little bit about everything of what's going on in the world. And shooting opinions at you. And you can even come up and give your opinions yourself. So feel free. Hey, Allie's Pantry, how are you? Goose Sports, how are you? Barefoot, how are you? Paige MO7, how is each and every one of y'all? Watch them from Alabama. Awesome, awesome. What's going on, Lego Papa TV? How are you? I'm telling you what, you guys are not going to want to miss this stream. This is going to be one of the best streams I've ever done. Gemma Harvey, how you doing, Barefoot? I'm good, trying to stay safe. Hope you are staying safe as well. I am blessed to be alive each and every day because tomorrow's never promised. That's how I'm doing. Well, I guess nobody wants to come up. Good to see you too, Alex Pantry. Guess nobody wants to come up while I'm waiting on my co-star. He's running a little bit late today. But that's all right. That's all right. We all can't be on time. All the time. So we're going to be covering a little bit of what you think of the microchip, the microchip implanting, the COVID-19. Hey, Simo. Hey, sweetheart. How are you? So, yeah, we're going to be covering a little bit of, I can't, I'm naked. Oh, well, Simo, I don't care. You know that, bro. What's going on, Rockstar Richie? How are you, bro?
I'm doing good, Blood. How you doing, man?
I'm blessed to be alive each and every day because tomorrow's never promised.
I hear that. I hear that.
How you doing, King and Queen Stacking? How are you doing, Robert J? We're going to be talking a little bit about everything today, Rockstar Richie. I'm waiting on my co-star.
Well, okay.
Hey,
just passing the time. Felt like jumping on. So,
hey, hold on just a second. Hey, Creeping Never Sleeps. If you come up on the panel, I gotta see your face before I let you up. I gotta see your face because there's been a lot of porn bombs going around, and I'm not having the stream taken down. So yeah, I gotta see your face before I let you up on panel, just to let you guys know that.
What's up,
What's
Blood?
going on, Warren? How are you?
Same old, same old. Just came to bless your stream a little bit.
Well, I do appreciate that.
Hell of a mask right there.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm waiting on my co-star here, guys. So when my co-star gets here, I'm going to be dropping everybody off the panel for a minute. And you're going to realize what this channel's about. Creeping Never Sleeps. You got to show me your face or you cannot get up here. So Allie's Pantry says, ha ha ha, all the crazies are coming out. Hell yeah. Allie's Pantry, you should know what you get when you're on my channel. We got the Basso family, my brother from another mother. We got Rockstar Richie, and we got Juan. How you doing, everybody? How you doing, guys? How you doing?
Good. I can't see the live chat. I can't see the chat though. Is that common when going on these streams like that?
Are you on your phone?
Yeah.
Then yes.
You guys hear me?
It's common, yes.
All right.
I'm running two computer screens so I can see everything.
All right.
How you doing, Lanisha TV? You don't need a mask, never sleeps. That's a pretty cool mask there, Juan. I like it.
That's crazy right there. Can you actually see through
I
that?
can see you guys.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Hey, Scottish girl. Can you actually see through that?
Yeah.
That's
I
cool.
can see everybody.
That's cool as fuck.
Yeah, this mess right here cost me a lot of money to have made.
Oh, I bet. How you doing, Wild Style? How are you doing? So, all right, let's get a little wild and crazy for a minute. All right, I want your opinion, Rockstar Richie.
Okay.
And Jan or yeah.
Oh, you could just call me Nightmare.
The truth shall set you free.
All right, replacing.
There's my co-star, guys. Okay, hold on a second, Rockstar Richie and Juan. I'm going to drop you guys down. This is my co-star of the night. So get ready. You could just stay in the basement if you want to, but my co-star is here. So just listen up, and I will pull you back up when you guys want to come back up. Okay.
All right, no problem.
All right. What's up, my brother? How are you doing?
What's going on, blood?
How are you doing, my man? You doing all right?
Yeah, fucking exhausted.
Yeah, I know. You told me you've been running around with like a chicken with your head cut off all day.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Paco.
Exactly.
So you want to tell these amazing people what we're going to be doing tonight?
Man, this is just an open panel. Well, not an open panel as far as coming up, but an open discussion. You guys could throw in, questions. You guys could throw in, if you guys want our opinions on anything. I'm a very opinionated person, so that's why I feel like Blood wanted me here. Is I'm a very opinionated person. I don't hold no punches or anything like that. So I'm just here to shake things up around here.
Hell yeah.
So, go ahead, throw in whatever you guys want to talk about into the chat, and we'll get this motherfucker started.
Hey, Vampira, how are you, sweetheart? All right. So the first thing, Paco, I think we're going to talk about is what do you think of the microchipping testing, getting the tests going around here in the world? They're actually putting actually testing the microchips out around the world. What do you think about that?
Actually, to be quite honest with you, I haven't really read into that, so you'd have to tell me what that's all about.
Well, I got an article in my let's see if I can find it here. Somebody sent it to me. I forget who sent it to me. But there is some micro tests that that the government is actually wanting to put microchips in you, for what's going on. For like the COVID,
with the virus?
Yeah, for what the COVID-19 is. And they're wanting to track everybody.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So it sounds like they're trying to track people. And I mean, I said this on one of your previous streams, you know what I mean? Where I said that slowly but surely, because of this virus, I announced on Bloodstream not too long ago, that because of this virus, they actually have a bill going around that the government is allowed to hack into any phone calls, text messages, anything like that, and be able to listen into them. That gets passed, they don't need no warrants or anything to be able to do it. And I feel like a lot of people that will say, well, I have nothing to hide, so what's the big deal? Those aren't the type of people that I want to associate with, because it's not so much about trying to hide anything. It's more or less about having privacy. And being stripped of your privacy is just, it's just wrong. You might as well just say you live in, one of these third world countries or some shit. It doesn't really make it America anymore if we don't have any privacy to ourselves and the government's allowed to know everything that we're doing and what we're writing to people and what we're talking about.
I agree.
It just doesn't make us free like the country says it is.
I agree. Because I don't want the microchips. I would die before I get it. In my hand. I mean, shit. They could track you. They could see you. They could see you when you're doing streams through your cell phones. They could track you on anything. Shit. We got to have some kind of privacy. I want to masturbate in privacy. If I want to masturbate, I want to do it in private. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want the government knowing what kind of porn I look at.
Yeah, right.
You ain't supposed to be seeing all that midget porn. You know what I mean?
That's true. Okay, Allie's Pantry says, "Fuck that. Never would I allow that. That's bullshit. Government shouldn't be allowed to do that."
Absolutely.
I totally agree.
100% agree. It's like what I said. If you're cool with the government, being able to listen to your phone calls and look into your text messages and all this other stuff, then not to offend anybody, but something's wrong with you. Because like I said, this country, for the people that do live in the United States, of course, because I know there's people from different countries that probably visit you. But for people that do live in the States, it just strips the whole of being free thing that we're known for being. It's slowly but surely we're getting stripped of that being free, having to be able to say what we want whenever we want, and just having that freedom of speech and all this other stuff that made this country as great as it is.
I agree.
It seems like slowly this country is turning into, like I said, like one of these third world countries where it's just you have no privacy, you have no, you might as well just say that. How can I put it? Actually, the best way I could put it is there's this song that I listened to from a guy named Vinny Paz, Italian rapper, coincidentally. And in the beginning of the song, it says I got to think of it now. It says something about a lot of people are living in jail and don't know that they're free. But then the difference is, the difference between jail and the free world is you can see the bars, but you can't touch them.
Right.
Like something along those lines. Don't quote me on that. But the song's called End of Days, if anyone's interested in listening to the fucking little intro or whatever. And that's the only way I could really put it. Basically this is like modern day imprisonment is where I'm getting at with this. It's straight out being in prison, but just not knowing that you're in prison. You're getting everything stripped away from you. You're not able to have any privacy or any, just anything like that. You might as well just say that you have a correctional officer always watching you and seeing what you're saying to your loved ones and everything else. Seeing what you're saying to your wife or your girlfriend or whatever. Just anybody in general. Anybody in general. It's just downright fucking wrong. And yet again, I'm going to say it again, for people that say that they have nothing to hide, you're just a fucking idiot. Because it has nothing to do with hiding. It has to do with stripping people of what made this country what it is today.
That's right. Freedom. Exactly right. So with that being said there, Paco, what do you think excuse me. What do you think of this COVID-19 stuff? Do you think it's man-made? What do you think on it? Do you think it's going to get worse before it gets better? Or what? Hi, Bob.
Go ahead and finish your questions. I'll answer after you're done.
Do you think it's going to get worse before it gets better? What do you think it's man made? What do you think of the whole situation?
You know, I think if one thing this virus has taught all of us, or at least taught me, I don't know about anybody else, but what this virus has taught me is it clearly shows how people can't follow simple directions. You know, the simplest of directions people just can't follow. It's so easy. Stay at home. Don't go out into the free world unless you have to. Unless you have to get, necessities, don't fucking go out. It's that simple. But people still can't follow that simple rule. And that just shows you, just as humans, what we're dealing with. So to answer your question, honestly, it's from what I heard, don't quote me on this, but I did hear that there's actually a second wave of this coming, when really there couldn't have been a second wave if people would have just followed the simple instructions. But since people want to go out for stupid crap, this is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Something that could have easily been dealt with if everybody just knew exactly what to do and how to handle it and not act like fucking animals in a jungle somewhere, we would have probably been past this, virus by now.
I agree.
But because people want to act like fucking savages and like hungry ass vultures that haven't eaten in a fucking week, with all the toiletries and all the baby wipes and all that other shit that's getting robbed off of shelves, the selfish crap. It's just this virus is just going to get bigger. It truly is, because nobody knows how to just simply stay the fuck home. I mean, that's how simple it is. Stay the fuck home. Like, how much harder does that have to be?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It can't be fucking hard. I mean, you just stay the fuck home. I mean, you gotta wash your hands, sanitize, be safe, be clean. You can't.
I feel like this stuff we get all taught at like kindergarten level.
Right?
Shit like that. I mean, grown ass motherfuckers that are in their 30s and shit, grown ass adults that don't know how to follow these simple instructions. How the fuck did you graduate kindergarten? I do need to know that.
Right. So, do you think this virus is man-made?
Of course. It didn't just come out of nowhere, I'll tell you that. Yeah, of course.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly that I think it was man-made. And Bill Gates is the financial backbone of this virus, and that has been proven over and over and over again. And he wants to eliminate half of the world. He thinks we're overpopulated. So with that being said, that's with him being the money backing of this virus. Wouldn't that be considered murder on so many different levels because of what he's doing and because he's putting the money up? So
it's a modern day way of being a hitman.
Right.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
But funny enough, I'm not surprised that someone who's quite possibly a billionaire is the financial structure of the whole thing. It doesn't surprise me. Whether, you say that it's a reliable source, so I'll take your word for it. But I'm not surprised, because people that are entrepreneurs and have millions and billions of dollars do very shady shit. The people with the most money have the ugliest personalities and have the most inhumane characteristics, and it's a proven fact. But the thing I would say is the whole being overpopulated subject is a controversial one. That's neither here nor there as far as if you agree with that. Right. But whether you do agree with that or whether you don't, I don't think the actions of putting out money to eliminate people because you feel that it's right is just not the way to go.
I agree.
Are we possibly overpopulated? Absolutely. You know what? I'll put my 2 cents out there. Do I feel like we're overpopulated? Yeah, kind of. You know, I feel like in today's age, we're dealing with people that aren't smart when it comes to kids. You know, and this is where people tend to not like me too much. But we're dealing with people that have kids like they're fucking popping prescription pills. You know, and it's kind of really cruel to do it. So the whole overpopulated thing, I would agree with. But if I was in Bill Gates' shoes, and especially if I had Bill Gates' money, um, I just feel like that's a subject that you could have a strong belief on and a strong opinion about. But because he has so much money, he'll never be locked up. Um, he'll never go to prison for anything that happens. Anybody that dies because of this virus, any fucking elderly person, child, any grown adult, you know, that's not a senior, he's not going to count. You know, he's not going to get charged for any of those bodies because it's a virus killing them, not really a person killing them as far as they're concerned.
Right.
But it's funny to me because stuff that us as humans would get locked up for, and you know, we'd be in prison for life, the government can do, and it's perfectly just either considered politics or just legal, when to be quite honest, it's actually downright illegal. You know, they'd rather, it's already been known, they'd rather put money out. I mean, this country, I mean, I love this country to death, but as far as in a financial aspect, this country is all kinds of fucked up.
This country,
You know,
is all kinds of fucked up.
when we put our money more towards putting it out for war and violence and guns, and I'm not a hippie either. I'm not a person that's trying to preach world peace, because I know that's unrealistic thinking. But when we put our money out to guns and, you know, to war and violence and all this other shit, versus simple stuff like helping people get off the street that are homeless, that could really actually use like some help in their life. You know, I'm not talking about people that made bad choices. I get you make bad choices, but to be quite honest, I'm not going to count those people. I'm talking about the people that actually fell in hard times and push came to shove, and they were kind of, you know, forced to be homeless because they got fucked over. I feel like the money could go towards something like that, helping people that, you know, truly need a roof over their head, because everybody deserves that at the end of the day.
You're right.
Nobody deserves to be able to be out on the sidewalk, you know, sleeping and having to starve and beg people for money. It's just, that's inhumane in itself, but the government doesn't care. Hell, there's even a law that says that you can't panhandle off a ramp of a highway. You know, you'll get ticketed for that. And that's fucking crazy thinking. That just shows you how greedy the government really is. Someone that has nothing, no money, no food, no roof over their head, you know, probably no clothes on their back,
All I can give you.
they'll take away from those people even more. They'll try to just strip everything from you. Every last article of clothing, just everything you have. And it's shitty to say that in this life that we live in, we basically have to kill ourselves to be able to even make a living. You know?
It's a man-eat-man world. Basically, it's a man-eat-man.
Well, yeah. It's, you know, it's a dog-eat-dog type of thing. Absolutely.
Right.
And that's just how it is. You can't change that. But when I have watched, like, you know, people that have had to struggle because of, you know, being fucked over in life, you know, like just falling into hard times as far as like losing their jobs or whatever, stuff that really is like, you know, in your control but out of your control at the same time.
Right.
And you're forced to panhandle at gas stations and on sidewalks and street corners and all this other stuff, and you have to spend your entire day outside, where I live, especially in Arizona during the summer times where it's like 115 degrees out, and you know, just shit like that, where you could get heat exertion and you could probably die. It's just stuff like that is downright inhumane. But if you were to ever do, us as humans, if we were ever to do anything that inhumane, we'd be locked up and fucking charged. Because that's how the government works. It's all about the money aspect. It's not about the trying to help humanity. It's whatever dollars they could suck out of you before you die.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
And just like these stimulus checks that they're sending out to everybody. Yes, it's a good thing. I'm not saying this is not a good thing.
Oh yeah.
That they're trying to help Americans. They're not for what's going on, for the recession and stuff. But it's kind of like, this is what I'm doing with my right hand. What the fuck am I doing with my left hand? You have no idea.
Yeah. For every good that this country does, there's probably something worse that they're doing on the other hand.
Exactly.
And that's how naive some people are. They're the ones that will quickly say, oh, but look, these stimulus checks are going out. They're trying to help everybody. The government's not so bad. Why are you complaining? Blah, 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 blah. All that crap. But it's like, okay, but what about the stuff that we don't know?
Right.
Come on, like, smarten the fuck up. For people that don't realize that, there's a lot of bad that this country has done to get to where it's at now. If you think that this country was built on fucking peace and tea parties and everything else, you're fucking crazy. You really are fucking nuts.
You're sadly
this
mistaken.
whole country was built on blood and dead bodies.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right.
All this country has ever known is just war and violence and, yet again, dog eat dog type of mentality.
Right. Right. I agree.
But the funny thing is, it started out with other countries, rivals trying to take over, which is fine, which is fair. But now it's turned into trying to do it to people that live in this country, that are born in this country, trying to do it to them. It's nuts how this whole fucking this whole government shit works. And I truly despise the government as far as that's concerned.
I totally agree with you. Because it's I think it's a conspiracy. It is. I think they're out to destroy us ultimately. I think they're ultimately out to destroy us, and it's all to benefit. It's all to benefit their pockets. That's what I believe.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
It's all to believe.
I just think of it as, there'll be certain people that will wise up and know what I'm talking about, and they'll see the what's the saying? How does the saying go? They'll see the writing on the wall, and then there'll be some people that will just be so naive because they don't exactly they haven't been in the shoes that other people have been in, and they haven't saw the stuff that other people have saw.
Correct.
I guess it just depends on your whole knowledge of everything and what you really believe in. Some people believe strongly that this country could do no wrong. And to those people, no offense, I say you're fucking delusional.
That's right. I totally agree with you.
Because, like I said, this country's been full of shit.
I believe it's always going to be full of shit as long as we got these kind of people running in our offices. All right, Paco, we have a guest on our panel. Let's bring him up, and let's hear some thoughts out of Fail Army. What's going on, my man?
I think these stimulus checks are great, but if you're a taxpayer and you go to file, you're not going to get nothing back because of them stimulus checks. Mark my word.
Oh yeah.
I've been.
You really don't think that the government is. You really don't think that the government is just going to give out their money and not expect a return policy on it? Of course they are.
Right, exactly. And people are telling me, they said, you can have this money and you don't have to pay it back. And there's always a clause somewhere in the fine print that nobody reads. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That's why you always read the fine print before you get a fucking new car. No.
That's right.
You buy a new fucking cell phone or some shit, And
here's another thing, coming to think about the stimulus check, you read all around the internet that America's broke.
Yeah.
Well, where in the hell did they get this $2.1 trillion to send out to people? Where in the fuck did they get it if we're so broke?
I haven't got no stimulus check yet, and I'm not holding my breath if I do get one.
I haven't either. I haven't either. Just to let you
Yep,
know.
same here. Same here.
I mean, my girlfriend got one, and a couple of my other friends have got them, but I haven't seen nothing yet. So I don't know. And like you guys said, and I agree 100% with Paco that this government was built. I mean, the United States was built on lies and fucking dead bodies. That's how it goes. I mean, they were soaking blankets and smallpox and handing them out to the Native Americans and saying, here you go, here's a free blanket from the government. You know?
Right. Hey, appointed time. How are you?
And then they rounded them up and put them all on like reservations, like concentration camps, and started killing them that way. So
I mean, it's even went so far that if you dig deep enough, like I said before, if you dig deep enough, the government has, even done test subjects, on actual humans, and you could all think I'm fucking crazy. I mean, I know Fail probably won't. I know Blood probably won't, but I'm saying people in chat, you all can think I'm fucking crazy, but do enough digging, you'll find out some shit that will really open up your eyes to how this is all working out. But the United States has even went so far as to do, science, experiments on humans, actually like injecting them with bleach to see, how long a person can live, depriving them of food to see how long they can live, real inhumane, cruel fucking shit just to find out. You really think that, when these pharmaceutical stuff gets put out, that they're just guessing what could happen to you? No, it's all an experiment that's been done. And it's not been only done on rats or only done on, other animals. It's been done on humans too, because they have to know, they have to know what's going to happen to a human body. And the only way that they can know is doing some inhumane shit and basically using a human as a test subject.
I think that's where a lot of our homeless population goes, is they use them for drug experiments.
Yeah, probably.
I would agree. How
would they know what Narcan would do to somebody if they overdose? You know what I mean? Is it really going to work?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
On
that's what I'm saying.
Starkey, come up here on the panel, because you're a good person to talk about the kind of stuff that's going on. Starkey, if you would like to come up.
I don't think the coronavirus is. I don't think the coronavirus is as bad as they're saying it is. Yes, it's bad. They say it's just as bad as the pneumonia, if not worse. But I think, in other words, it's another way for the government to control our free will, to make us stay inside. And I'll stay inside anyway. I've been inside for the last 37 days or so. I only go out unless I have a doctor's appointment. So, I mean, I have no reason to be outside, so I'll just stay in. Fuck them.
I totally agree with that, and I also feel that it is worse than what they say it is. I believe it's worse because, and the reason why I say that is because it's killing kids and elderly people, and it's bullshit. It's bullshit, especially when you're targeting the kids and stuff like that.
China already said that they targeted the elderly anyway. That was the whole reason they started it.
Mm-hmm.
Was to kill off the elderly people, because they're well overpopulated than we are. I mean, I was reading an article, they tied an elderly man to his bed and made his wife watch him suffocate to death with this corona shit. I mean, it probably never really happened, but I mean, it probably did happen. We don't know. We don't live over there.
See, but this is the reason why, depending on how you see things as a human being, that's why I don't look down on people that do drug dealing or do anything like that, because a lot of people see it as a person being greedy. I don't see it as a person being greedy, especially with how things work out now. It feels like the only way that you can get by is basically cheating the system. Right. And that's why I'll never look down on someone that has to sell drugs to it makes ends meet, because some people that's what makes them ends meet. Honestly, that's what gets them to be able to put food on their table, clothes on their back or their kids' backs, or pay for their rent or whatever it is. They have to cheat the system and they have to take those risks to be able to even just fucking survive. Okay. And that's what all this whole thing of life is survival. Basically survival of the fittest.
About, right.
And that's what it all boils down to. That's why people will look down on someone that drug deals and will say that they're a scumbag and everything else. I don't see them as a scumbag. You know, I'll never look down on someone that has to really hustle their way to make a living. I'll never look down on that. I'll think, you know, you have a fucking great work ethic, honestly. So
I've been there and done that. I will admit, you know, I mean, I couldn't find a job when I was a teenager, but I knew a lot of people that, you know, a lot of my friends dealt drugs, and I got in the game. And I mean, never dealt anything hard like heroin or coke or anything like that, but marijuana I dealt for years. I can make $1,400 in a fucking hour. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. Got all my school clothes and shit and everything. I was like, fuck yeah. I mean, nowadays you can't make any money off it because it's all legal now. So I mean, everybody's doing it. But back then, you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
You always have to make a way. There always has to be a way that you got to make ends meet for your family. And if it is out there doing drugs, if it is out there doing whatever you got to do to hustle for your family, I'm not going to knock it, because, you know, at the end of the day, we're all human and we all have one thing in mind, and that's protecting our family and that's protecting our children.
Exactly.
And before anybody says in the chat that someone that drug deals, say heroin or crack cocaine or anything like that, is basically trying to kill off another human being. Now, let me correct you. It's not the person drug dealing, it's the person buying it because they know. It's like saying, you know, it's just that simple. When you're a human being, when you're a grown ass adult and you know right from wrong, and you're buying crack cocaine, yeah, you could say it's an addiction. That's the sad part, is people get addicted to this crap because, you know, for whatever reason. That's the sad part. But the person that's dealing it is just trying to make their money. It's just that simple. You know, if you were to buy something at a supermarket, right? And say you got allergic to it, I don't know, and you ended up fucking suffocating, you ended up dying from it. Is it the grocery store's fault? No, not really. You know, because that's on you, because you should know what you're allergic to. It's just like stuff like that. Simple things that just a human being should know is right and wrong. They just do anyway. It just shows how like stupid some people really are, you know?
Well, they put the warning right out there for these people who are addicted to heroin and whatnot, not to take it anymore because it's so full of fentanyl. You know, that's why when you're in the hospital and they give you fentanyl in the hospital, they only give you micro doses, because anything over that will kill you. And when they're shooting up with all this fentanyl in it, it's that you can't control what you put in that needle, and that's what's killing people.
Oh, Sid, that's a hell of a comment right there. I'm gonna advertise this one.
Yeah, go ahead and put that on the screen.
Creeping Never Sleeps says, if there was no addicts, drug dealers wouldn't exist. Supply and demand. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but that's how the world works, is the supply and demand. With anything, with any business that's making money, it's a supply and demand. Car dealerships, grocery stores, drug dealers, that's all it is. That's how business works in general, is supply and demand. Without people wanting, you know, like these masks, for example, these hospital masks that people are going fucking nuts for. You know, the demand for it is so fucking high. I see people on Craigslist fucking hustling to make these masks just to sell them. You know, that's how business works. It's just that simple. So that's for everything. That's not just for that.
Right. I agree that goes with cars, food, as what Paco just said, food, anything that you want, there's a supply and demand for. Anything that we go by, like masks, for instance, hats.
That's business 101, honestly.
Right.
The drug dealer comment, it goes along with this one too. If wishes were horses and beggars would ride.
Yep. So to Fail Army, since you wasn't up here at the time, I think I already know your answer. But what do you think of this COVID-19? Is it man-made, bro?
It's definitely man-made, because they've tampered with it to make it 10 times worse than what it actually is.
Okay. All right. So we're all in agreement that this COVID-19 is man-made. And I believe, and I totally believe that, the guy that they arrested that was going to Harvard, that was the scientist, whatever he was. Yeah. I believe he had something to do with it too. He was also tampering with it. Do you think there's an antidote out there that nobody's come out with it yet? or that it has not been released yet? Do you think there's an antidote for it?
Well, you said about Bill Gates. Remember, you guys were talking about Bill Gates. Well, Bill Gates stole the idea of Microsoft from somebody else. That's how he became a billionaire. Someone told me he has a patent for a vaccine, but the government's not letting him release it.
Now, why wouldn't you release it?
I have no idea. The government has control over everything. So, I mean, why would the government not want it?
It's called elimination. That's what it's called. That's why, Blood. You want your answer? It's called elimination.
Okay, there you go.
It's called, yet again, survival of the fittest. If you die in the government's eyes, you fucking die. It is what it is. You know, blood off their hands, because yet again, it's not the government killing you; it's a virus killing you.
Well,
so it's not blood on their hands.
What are you guys thinking about the people in New York if you don't claim a relative in 14 days and go in mass graves? You guys hear about that?
Yeah, that's just a whole other fucking topic of cruelty right there.
Do you think that's right? I don't.
Texas boss says, Blood X, according to what I've heard, there is a cure for this, but the Chinese government shut down the researcher who was developing the cure. That's what Texas boss said.
Well, yeah, I also read that they had a vaccine, and it's similar to the malaria virus vaccine. And I guess the malaria virus vaccine, this coronavirus, but the government won't allow it. So, like Paco said, it's whatever it is. They're killing people at the whatever, you know.
Well, that all comes back to the
exactly.
Okay, then that comes back to that comes back to my first point. Then wouldn't that be murder?
It would be, but blood. Open up your eyes a little bit. It would be. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Phil, but it would be blood. But open up your fucking eyes. It's not murder because it's like the one-way mirror, for example, right? Where the hell did Phil go?
I don't know. He dropped off. He'll probably be back. He'll probably be back.
But it's like a one-way mirror. It's like, you know, you can see yourself, but on the other side of that mirror, someone else can see you, but you can't see them. You can only see yourself. It's exactly like that. That's exactly this whole thing. It's a one-way mirror. It's murder. When you want to boil it down to the fucking essence, the very base of this whole thing, yeah, it's murder as fucking murder can be. It's as murderous as fucking Jeffrey Dahmer was as a murderer. You know, it's just that simple. Right. But because the virus is the one-way mirror, it's the mirror that you can only see yourself. The government's on the other side, they're hidden from it. They're able to just get their job done without having blood on their hands yet again.
So why hasn't any government officials got this COVID-19?
Because they know how to cure themselves. They probably have the cure in case it happens. They have possession of stuff like this. They're able to. You know, anything that ever happens to anybody that is a very high power will have the cure, will be able to cure themselves. They're not going to give it to the public because, like, yet again, it's eliminating fucking the overpopulated world. And that's as simple as it gets. They're going to target people with a weak immune system, which is, you know, seniors and children. They're going to target those first, take them out. And, you know, whoever survives is basically just like, it's like, honestly, it's just modern day war. It's just, you know, if you get shot, you get shot. You know, you survive, then that's what it is. If you die, then that's what it is. It's just whoever's left standing.
Right. Hold on.
You know, and then whenever it's overpopulated again, they'll come out with something else that will kill people off. It's easy elimination.
Survival of the fittest.
Okay, hold on just a second, guys. I got a Everything Spicy raid. Thank you for the Everything Spicy. Everything Spicy for the raid. Hello, Crazy Ann. Hello, Metal Music, Running Bear, Teresa, Crazy Ann. Everything Spicy. Thank you very much for the raid. And Christian, let's see. How you doing, Donald Morris? Christian Adventures COVID-19 is man-made USA in cahoots with creators of it. And by the way, Chris,
he's in cahoots. Yeah.
Yeah.
Christian, you didn't have to do it, but you did. Pow! Thank you, Christian. I do appreciate the super chat, my man. I do appreciate this.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah, I
I
can
got
hear
you.
you.
I hear you.
Pal.
Okay.
Guys, for everybody that's that joining us, that's coming in right now, we are having a discussion on a lot of things that's going on in the world today. And if you guys would like to voice your opinion, come up on panel, talk, and deliberate about this, feel free, be my guest. We got.
Can I add some in blood real quick?
Yes, you sir may.
Okay, so if you're gonna come up on the panel, at least know what the hell you're talking about. Just do us all a favor, know what you're talking about. If you're gonna come up and start spewing out a bunch of horse shit, just expect me to say something to you. Just that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Because I can't. That's one thing that's like a little pet peeve, you know, is people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about coming in spewing fucking crap.
That's why.
Simple as that.
That's why one thing you will understand here very quickly with my co-host that I have, the truth shall set you free or set you free. He has been a brother of mine for a very long time, and he does not play no bullshit. If he senses bullshit, he'll call you out on it straight up. He does not.
I mean, I'm cool with people's opinions. Like Phil gave his opinion. I'm cool. Like if someone wants to voice their opinion, yeah, absolutely go for it. Because everybody has an opinion, and I love to hear how people's opinions differ from mine. And if it makes sense to me, then absolutely, I'll see your point of view. You know, but when people come on and try to spew like like insults or just crap about like having no idea what they're talking about, stuff like that, just things that you could clearly tell, like, they have no idea what they're going on about, then yeah, that's a whole different story. Opinions are fine. If people want to come on here and, say, I think this, or I think this, or I think this, then yeah, absolutely. I'll fucking hear you out till the fucking sun shines back up again. So I'm cool with opinions. I'm totally fine hearing that out because, like I said, I want to know what people's opinions differ from mine and how, if how they see things, see from their perspective.
Unless somebody else, and true, and unless somebody else has got they got a different way of looking at things, they can come up and voice that too. You know what I mean? Everybody
know what you're talking about.
Everybody, make sure you hit the like and share share this out. I do appreciate all of you guys for being here. If I missed anybody in the chat, I do apologize. I do apologize for anybody that I have missed, but I do appreciate all of you all being here. Welcome, Cosmic Biatch, to the panel. How are you doing, Cosmic?
Hey.
You doing all right?
Yeah. I'm sorry,
you...
I'm going to be echoey for a minute because I just got out of the shower.
Well,
ooh. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, my dirty mind is starting to work now.
Yeah, right. Are you doing that? Wait. Cosmic, are you married?
No.
Do you have are you with anybody?
No.
I'm not hitting on you, by the way. I just wanted to ask a question, so that involved that.
Okay.
No,
so
she does hit on you.
There's this actual thing on TikTok, and it just reminded me when Cosmic said she just got out the shower. There's a thing on TikTok where it's like women, it's like a trend now going on, where it's like women getting out of the shower and surprising their boyfriends, ass naked, and getting their reactions.
Yeah.
So when Cosmic said that, that's why I was like, "Are you married?" And I was thinking she's doing the whole TikTok thing. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, amazing drop. Amazing drop. You said amazing drop. You said you spew facts, not opinions. Come on up, bro. Come on up.
I just want to say, okay, I as blood, I have a family member who is being affected by this right now.
Uh-huh.
Still in the hospital. She is getting better. She's been in the hospital for 3 weeks now. But that's a whole nother story. Now I was in the nursing field for 17 years. And I have yet to see a cure for a virus. You can get a flu shot or get something to combat the symptoms or whatever. But I've never heard of a cure for a virus.
Hold on just a second. Allie's Pantry, okay, well, I'm rallied still, but there's time for the skidoodle virtual hugs. Allie's Pantry, you didn't have to do it, but you did.
I mean, at most, it's probably going to be like a fucking steroid shot or some shit because it's an immune infection, isn't it?
Well, viruses take on different forms, but that's why so many people died with the Spanish flu pandemic, because it was a flu, it was a strain of influenza that no human had ever had before. So, and they weren't following directions to stay at home and stay away from each other. And so many millions of people died. And like malaria has a cure because it's a parasite. So you have like the parasites, you have the bacterial infections, you have the viruses. The viruses are like the influenza, the swine flu, SARS. I mean, this is a strain of SARS. So that no human has ever seen. Was it manufactured? I don't know. I don't know. It's possible. I do believe that there are some things that the governments do manufacture and test on people in the air or whatever. But at this point now that so many people have it, it's kind of like, how do we get rid of it, opposed to trying to figure out where it came from or who's doing this to us. And it comes down to like just staying away from each other, really. I mean, for real.
Rounded Rob says he.
I saw. He said, "Why do I keep bringing up the United States?" I'll answer your question, right, Rounded. Why I keep bringing up the United States is because obviously I'm speaking from where I live, correct? Yeah, I get China, started the whole thing, and then it, came out here. I get that, but it's more or less like making aware of the country that I'm in right now. Sure, every single country should be aware, but if it's if it starts off like in China trying to do it to their own fucking people, then not to sound like kind of selfish or anything like that, but that's kind of like that doesn't really like I can't really what's the word I'm like looking for with this is I'm just speaking for my fucking country because like I said, yet again, it's a dog eat dog fucking world. And
that's how
what I
it came
believe in.
here, though. Because the people that were in China traveling and going to the
and like immigration and all that other stuff, right?
Well, no, like our country residents, like they were on cruise ships for weeks, dying and stuff because they went over there,
right?
And they were on a cruise ship or whatever, or they went to. There was an Egyptian one. There was, Eastern places that they were at that they were traveling to. I mean, so many people travel to China every year.
That's true.
From America, and then that's how it got here.
Well, so many people travel all around the world. It's not just China, though.
Right.
No, but she's saying in a state of like it started there.
Oh, okay.
It started there and it got here because people were traveling back and they weren't aware. Like, you can carry this virus for 2 weeks. It's just like any other virus. When you're sick, say you get the influenza, okay? Like the flu that you get every year, right? Or that some people do, whatever. It's flu season. You're feeling fine. And then one day you just feel like shit, right? And you can't get out of bed and you're in bed for a week. So you've already been carrying that virus around for at least a week, at least 5 days. There's at least 5 days of incubation on the flu. Okay. So you're carrying that around, spreading it to everybody, not knowing that you're sick. And when you start to feel sick, that's literally your body trying to fight that virus off.
Right.
So it's the same way with this. They were carrying it for weeks. That's why they kept all those cruise ships out on the water for at least 2 weeks to see if anybody got sick, and a lot of people were sick. They didn't even know it. And then people were starting to die on the cruise ships and stuff.
So, okay, my question is, if it's a virus, can it be killed? Because most viruses, like heat, will kill viruses. Can it be killed?
I don't know. I mean, do we actually know that? Because
Well,
this isn't a strain. This isn't a SARS strain that they've ever seen before in humans. So I don't even know how they can make, like, it could take years for them. It took years for them to come up with a flu shot.
Okay, the Amazing Drop said the PRS problem reaction solution. Bill Gates is the second largest contributor to who has invested interest in the NGO that have done has done anything to do with the world healthcare. He stands to make billions with V.
I think it's a sham. Honestly.
Yeah. I just think it's a way to make more fucking money, if you ask
Yeah.
me.
I don't.
What's going on, Ananuki? How are you? What's going on, Truth Helper? What's going on, Starkey?
Cosmic, you have a wicked feedback.
Yeah, Cosmic, you have a feedback, bro.
Huh?
You're having a lot of
You're
feedback.
having an echo going on.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, my SDMF, my wife says they are using lupus medicine to help with the COVID-19. That's what my wife said. The reason why
Isn't lupus?
My wife does, yes. My wife has lupus, and they're also using lupus medicine to help cure or to help slow down or whatever the COVID-19. True Helper says the reason why it spreads like it does is because it starts as I can't pronounce that word. Providence had 11 million person population. Plus, they were celebrating Chinese New Year, where 50 to 100 million people traveled to and from their unrestricted. That's what he said, and that's true. I do agree with you.
Hi, Vam. The reason why they use lupus meds and to help with this, and I'll explain that too, is because when you have this, my family member that has it says it's like crushing. It feels crushing. That's why people have had to be intubated, put into induced comas, things like that, so that they don't have to breathe on their own, so that they can heal, because your lungs get inflamed. So with the lupus meds, it helps take that inflammation down so that you can breathe, essentially.
But I don't understand how lupus medicine will help with the COVID-19. It treats two different things, correct?
Correct. Well, there's a lot of anti-inflammatory properties.
Well, that's what my wife just said. It's an anti-inflammatory. That's what she just said.
Right.
So, okay.
Well, if that was the case, couldn't you just take ibuprofen? That's an anti-inflammatory.
No, because a lot of people who have died from this have had ibuprofen in their system. They're saying don't take ibuprofen. That's from the CDC.
I'm allergic to ibuprofen, so I wouldn't have to worry about taking it if I ever got it.
So something with that. Not all NSAIDs are good, and not all anti-inflammatories are NSAIDs.
Plus, I don't think ibuprofen would be strong enough to tackle that.
That's what I would think too. I agree.
Either. I don't think so either. You need some strong steroids.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it's an anti-inflammatory. That's all I was saying.
Well, there's mixtures of things.
Hey guys,
Can
you guys keep this topic going? I got to go upstairs to get my medicine. I forgot to take it.
Yeah, go get it.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys.
As you were saying, Cosmic.
Who's the
Willie
fool?
Paco in charge.
Yeah. I take over this
Right.
motherfucker. But anyway, like you were saying,
Who's
Cosmic,
the
go ahead.
fool?
Mm,
Okay. I guess being a nurse for 17 years doesn't count for anything.
No, he just said to
Yeah.
continue what you were talking about.
I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Who
You're from
said
Canada?
who said that you don't know what you're talking about?
Flat Earth preacher said I'm a fool.
Tell him he's a fool.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I said. If people want to come up here and give their opinions, like Cosmic's, giving her opinion based on a medical standpoint, which is fine, because this is a medical thing, which is fine,
Right.
and that's a good standpoint because even if she was a fucking doctor, that'd be better because of the level of education. But yeah, that's.
Nurses do more than doctors.
hmm
Well, I mean, I know, but money, all that bullshit going on. But you have to go through more schooling too. So that's my standpoint with that. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, that's what I mean. So if people want to come on and give their opinions about stuff, then that's fine. And Flat Earth, I'll tell you, because I don't know how Cosmic is, but I'll say it for her straight out. It's cool to have your opinion about something and disagree with someone. Like if you disagree with Cosmic on her medical standpoint of how she sees things, that's fine. Disagree.
Right.
But when you want to actually insult somebody because of how they see things, it's not so much she's the fucking fool. It's more or less you're the fucking fool.
Right.
You're the fucking fool because you don't probably know what the fuck you're even talking about. Hey, you know what? You know what, Flat Earth? I'll do you one better. You're a fucking fool because you believe in Flat Earth.
Right.
I mean, I'm not telling anybody what they should or shouldn't think. That's not.
I mean, it's
How
fine,
honey
but
is a
like I said,
killer
I have a
answer.
problem with
Okay.
people that have ignorance as their fucking as a characteristic. I have a problem with that. Like if you want to disagree with someone, that's fine because we're not all going to agree with the same thing. My standpoint is going to be different than someone else's standpoint, but that's fine. We could all be adults. We could all be fucking human beings and talk about it and see each other's standpoints and agree to disagree at the end of the day if there's no compromising. But when you want to insult somebody because you don't agree with what they think, fuck off. It's like you don't need to insult someone. You already have enough going on in the fucking world with this epidemic going on.
Right.
And then you want to go on and start assaulting someone because you don't agree with them. Fuck off.
Right.
I'm not
Hey,
calling
Blood.
you
Yeah.
fool for
Blood,
what.
just so you know, I pissed off one of your viewers because he's an asshole.
Okay.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
Straight up. Everybody in chat, fuck that guy.
Appointed
All
times.
right, is there a moderator in here? Put him on timeout.
My
Did he
mom
learn
is
his
in her
lesson?
final stage of cancer, and the virus hasn't got her. How is that possible? She's got no immune system.
Yeah, but not everybody's getting it.
I don't have an immune system
Times.
either,
You
but I
didn't
mean,
have to do it, but you did. Wow! Thank you, appointed times.
My next door neighbor has rheumatoid arthritis and COPD, and she doesn't have it.
Hello, Vampire. Welcome to the panel.
Honestly, it could either be boiled down to pure luck or just the fact of going hand in hand with luck. It's just you just haven't ran into someone that has it for you to catch it.
Right.
So,
Anyway, what's going on, Vamp? What's going on, Vamp? You fucking bitch.
He's a beautiful bitch.
so
Taco's a bitch.
Yeah, whatever, Vamp. Fuck off.
Shut up. Go
so
back to your cave.
you say go back to your cave.
Cage.
Oh,
So
Go back to my cage. Shit. I'll go back to my cage when you go back to your nursing home.
I'm out for tonight, thank you. I'm partying up.
hello, folks.
partying, rocking out with the cock out.
She's like, I'm
Funko Nerd Stark. You didn't have to do it, but you did.
Hi,
Pow!
Cosmic and
How?
Bill.
Anywho.
All right, so there's another topic I want to tackle since I got 4 awesome people up here. I want your opinion on martial law. Do you think it's coming? Do you think it's going to take effect? And if you do,
No.
No.
Oh, can I go first?
yes, go ahead, Paco.
Okay, I'm going first. Yeah, it's gonna happen because everybody's fucking not staying home. People are gonna start getting shot because they're not listening. Straight up, I'm gonna be the first to say it. But it goes back to what I said about simple instructions. Just isolating yourself so that it doesn't spread. And become bigger and bigger and bigger. It's kind of like a fire. Starting off small and then throwing wood and gasoline and everything else on top of it and letting the fire spread more and get higher. But it's just simple stuff like that, like just yet again go back to simple instructions, just staying home and not letting this epidemic spread it to something bigger and bigger and bigger, and postponing how long certain businesses are closed down for. But if it does become people becoming like not heeding the warning, it will become to more of a forceful thing where it'll be, okay, you're not going to listen willingly, then you're going to listen forcefully, because if you don't, like I said, what country is it that fucking, what was it, like North Korea, that, they already gave the green light that people could be shot? Like, it's just like stuff like that. It's just, if we can't do it as humans, if we can't do it willingly, then it's going to come down to forcefully, we're going to be isolated.
I can tell you this. I don't know that martial law is going to be like a nationwide thing. I think if it does come down to it, it's going to be dependent on the states. But in my town, people aren't following what they're supposed to. And the police department actually issued a statement saying that if we see you in groups of more than 5 people and those people don't live in your household with you, you will be fined. And they're within their rights of that because it's in the state legislation that if there's a communicable disease and they're telling you to stay the hell away from each other, and there's been an executive order put in place, it's well within their right to fine you or put you in jail. So,
Vamp, where'd you go? All right, go ahead, I'm sorry.
It could come down to martial law for some areas because, like some states are talking about opening everything back up already.
Which I think that's a little stupid. I think that's too soon for what's going on in the world. I think it's really too soon.
Same.
I think it's really too soon. What do you think there, Failed Army and the Truth?
What do you
You
want
can
to
just
know?
call me Paco. You don't have to keep calling me the truth, right?
I know.
Right, you can call me Sarah.
Okay.
Yeah, like he's been calling me Paco just because I fuck around and changed the name. Now he wants to call me the truth. I kind of do like it, actually. Blood, change that. Keep calling me the truth. I like this shit, actually.
All right.
I would change his name a couple of days. The truth.
Yeah.
Michael,
it gives me empowerment when Blood's calling me the truth.
Then I'll have to make him another avatar.
Yeah.
So do you think it's coming there, Paco and Failed Army?
Good, Phil.
Paco already said that, it will come down to that because people aren't following the instructions like they're supposed to. I mean, I've stayed inside since this came about, I haven't left unless I absolutely have to. Sarah, can you please mute your mic?
I'm
It's driving me
sorry.
nuts. Okay, but anyway, I mean, it will come down to that if people can't follow simple instructions. It's like you read instructions to put together like a model or whatever, and stop it, Paco. I'm serious. You fucking asshole. But anyway, yeah. It will come down to that. If you don't stay inside like the government wants you to or whatever, they will. Someone will get a bullet in their head, or somebody will the concentration camps will come and they'll lock you up in them. Make sure that you stay inside, that you don't get this virus.
Ooh, I got to put this comment up. Article 1, Section 9 of the U.S. Constitution states the privilege of the writ of, I can't pronounce that, Hebrews courts
Habeas
T-Bosh.
corpus.
shall not be
Suspended.
suspended unless when cases of
When
rebellion
in the case of rebellion or invasion, the public safety may require it. There you go.
Vamp, why'd you leave, honey? You can come back up, hon.
Mm.
So yeah, okay. So most people think that well, besides Cosmic, she thinks it's coming up. What's going on, Destroyer? How are you?
I'm doing good.
It sounds like you're crying. You all right?
Yeah, I was about to say, did you just get done crying?
That's his voice.
Or is it? Okay.
Okay.
No, I don't know. I'm just guessing.
What's going on, Destroyer? How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's good, man. So, what do you want to throw in? Do you want to voice your opinion on kind of some things that we're talking about?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Floor is yours.
The floor is yours. Go ahead.
I know about the coronavirus thing.
Real quick, Destroyer, can you actually speak up a little bit? It's kind of hard to hear you.
I agree. Okay.
Okay. Or just don't at all. Okay.
Or just leave. Well, okay.
I was kind of questioning how old he was.
Harley and Mr. J, how are you doing? Much love, Harley and Mr. J. They're Paco. They're hollering for you in the chat. All right. So don't trust your government. I have new information. Wild Style says. Fire Fist, my brother that actually has the coronavirus and his whole family. Fire Fist, you didn't have to do it, but you did. Pow! And I hope you get feeling better, you and your family, my brother.
I actually want to, if it is possible, I'm not forcing anybody, so don't take it the wrong way, but if it is possible, dude, I would love to hear an opinion of someone that actually, well, Cosmic said that she knows, that she has a family member that's dealing with it, but I would love to, be able to get somebody that actually is like either dealing with it or like, I don't know, like someone that's like a more personal type of thing that's willing to share.
We had a scare of it when it first came out. My girlfriend had symptoms of corona, but she tested negative, thank God.
Oh, that's good. Fire Fist, do you want to come up on panel and share? Because I know blood is the best pumpkin ever. Nick, shut up. Fire Fist, you could come up on panel if you'd like, my friend, my brother. Nick, you said you wanted to say something. Come on up if you wanted to say something. Nice to meet you.
Anybody can come up. Anybody's allowed, to come up and share your opinions.
Right.
But just don't be like fucking Flat Earth. That's the person I went off on, by the way, Blood. Don't be like Flat Earth. Don't be that dickhead. Okay? Don't insult anybody because you don't agree with what they think. That's all I'm going to say to you.
All right, because everybody has the right to free will and the right to an opinion.
That's right. I agree.
Yeah, you left and that motherfucker fucking started insulting Cosmic because he didn't agree with what she thought.
I got on him too. I thought there was a moderator and at least time him out for fucking doing that because there's no need of it.
Yeah, we already got enough going on. We don't need that crap.
Exactly.
Right.
There's enough hate in the world. We don't need anybody hating on anybody for opinion.
Well, I mean, not so much hate, but there's enough chaos going on in the world.
Right, I agree. Nick, you're goofy, bro. Nick, you are one goofy dude. The virus is real, but it is set up to destroy humanity. I do agree with that. I do agree with that.
I do too.
I do agree with that. Nick says I can't. I'm shy. Shut up. You've been up here before, Nick. So,
is it the mask, Nick? Does it make you nervous?
Yeah.
Do I make you nervous, Nick? Do I?
Does he make you horny, baby?
Yeah. You can pull off a Buffalo Bill. You could be like, "Would you fuck me? Oh, it fuck me.
I'd fuck me too.
I'd fuck me too.
Mm.
Yes, I can see your comments, Ghostly. All right. So, is there any other topic you guys would like to discuss while we're all up here? Theo, Paco, anybody in chat? Any topics you'd like to cover or get your opinion, get some opinions on?
I don't have anything on what's going on, but I'd like to ask Paco how he likes his new avatar I made.
Yeah, I told Blood to tell you. I thought that shit was fucking awesome.
I did.
Dude,
tell
I saw
him.
that pitch. I saw that picture and I was like, "Oh, that's Paco. I got to make this."
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, man. Thank you.
Nick says, "Yeah, mass scare me. I'm kind of horny now."
Mm.
Don't
Do
tempt
I
me with
make
a
you
good time.
horny?
Yeah, don't tempt me
Do
with
I
a good
make
time.
you horny, baby?
Let's talk about Blood's nips. No, thank you, Funko. They're no, thank you, my man.
You know, can we talk about how in the men's restroom you'll be using the stall and motherfuckers won't even knock before they try to open up the door?
Right? Right? It's fucking bullshit.
Oh man.
You could be in an outhouse and it says no vacancy, and they still try to open up the fucking door.
People are just weird.
Ignorance. People are ignorant.
People is just weird.
Right.
I had one dude do it to me in a store, and they have like this code on the door. I'll tell you guys this funny story. You know, just to lighten the mood about all this virus and pandemic and all this stuff going on. I'll lighten the mood a little bit. So I was in the bathroom, and there was this code that you put in to use the bathroom that everybody knows, or all the employees know. And so I went and I had to use it. So I asked the code, they put it in, close the door. I'm thinking like modern technology, you close the door and like it locks itself, you know? So I closed the door and, you know, I'm doing my business and everything. And as I get up, I have like my pants around my ankles, you know, and whatnot. And cleaning myself up. And all I hear is the fucking keypad thing going. And the dude swings the door open. And fucking was like, oh shit, oh my bad, and closes the door real quick. You know? So yeah, he saw the whole fucking shebang for like 2 seconds.
So oh boy, he
Oh
probably.
yeah, that's a good subject too about the toilet paper, because seeing Corona has no side effect that has to do with diarrhea or your intestines or anything.
How you doing, Shadrach?
Yeah, I've said that before, Starkey, is I don't get why people are stocking up on toilet paper when it's an immune infection going on.
Well, it's I think the Democrats started that fear about the toilet paper and whatnot, and told people to go buy it. It was just a thing to, while this Corona shit was going on, to make people panic about everything else.
I think honestly, it's a security blanket. Like, you think of it as like, of course you need toilet paper, obviously, for when you go and whatnot. And I think it's just like a security blanket. You have it just in case, like, so you don't run out of it. And then, you know, you go take a massive shit and you're like, oh, fuck, I ain't got no paper to wipe myself. You know, so then you have to kind of like either come up with paper towels or napkins or try to, you know, find like
or something. Yeah.
What's good, Scratch and Lotto? How are you?
I don't use toilet paper. I use baby wipes because I have a lot of problems in that area. But that's as far as we'll go there. But
I mean, I'm just saying, I think it's a security blanket as far as that goes.
I agree with this. I agree with that.
But I feel bad for other people that need it. They go to the shelves and there's none there. You know, I mean, not even the 2-plies there, like the Scott paper towel or the Scott toilet paper.
I'll tell you one thing that pissed me off. My father-in-law went to the grocery store the other day, and this man is 67 years old, and he was going down and he wanted some Lysol, and there was a whole bunch of cans there, He went to grab one. A lady come up behind him, pushed him out of the way, and done one of these numbers, and put them all in his cart and walked away. Put them all in her cart and walked away.
In her car?
In her cart and walked away. Yeah.
Someone should have walked in front of her and grabbed one of them fucking cans and sprayed it in her face.
I would if I was there, I would have beat I would have beat a bitch down. I'm sorry. That's just
I
totally
remember. I remember Aunt text that to me. She texted me that story.
it's bullshit.
Yeah.
I'd have grabbed a can and sprayed her in the fucking face with it. So there's your vaccination, bitch. I watched a video the other day live from fucking Walmart, and these people were buying this stuff, and they had like an empty bag, like from produce or something, stuck on one of their other bags, and one of the managers tried to get them for, taking reduced stuff and changing the price on it, and he took their cart and refused to sell anything to them, told them to get the fuck out of the store. You could obviously tell it was like stuck to their bag, It wasn't they were trying to, reduce prices on stuff, but that's retarded.
Right. It is retarded.
It's because people are all in this panic over nothing and everything, and everybody thinks, oh, this has to do with Corona, and just people being paranoid.
I agree with that. It is. I think it has to do with the main thing I have to think it deals with is panic and just looking out for their families, but it don't have to be where it turns to greed. That's where it turns into. Looking after your family is one thing, but when it turns into greed is another. I haven't been to stores in weeks. I understand. Also, Lysol, also known as bear spray. All right, Ghostly Entertainment, not a problem. Much love to you. Thanks for coming in. So let's see. We've covered the Corona. We've covered the microchips. We've covered a lot of good things up here. A lot of awesome stuff up here on this panel today.
Well, you saw did you see what I wrote on Facebook the other day, Blood, about how the microchip is going to affect a lot of people, because all it's going to take is for some hacker to create a scanner for that microchip, get somebody's information, and then stalk, like 20-year-old women over the internet.
Right.
That's all it's going to take, because it's going to have it's going to have like your medical history on it and your criminal record and, where you live, your physical address, your PO box, any information you have that's on yourself is going to be on that microchip. And it's all it's going to take is from some idiot that knows technology and whatnot and create like a scanner where they can go around like a grocery store to people that have it and friggin' find some 20-year-old girl and stalk her over the internet.
Hello, Uncontrollable. How are you doing, bro? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. I do appreciate you coming in. Did we cover boobs and booty when you came? When that topic, send me an invite. Shut up, Nick. You're an idiot. I love you though, but you're my idiot.
Remember, there's two eyes an idiot.
Huh?
There's two eyes an idiot.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Let's say I just think this world's going to hell in a handbasket. I really do.
It's been going like that for a while.
Right. And it's just getting worse and worse and worse. It is. It's just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Each day, there's something else that's getting worse that the government's making that you have no idea what's going on behind closed doors. You have no idea. And it's it's just getting worse. I'm your idiot too, Pumpkin.
He called you Pumpkin.
Sounds like you got a lover there, Blood.
Yeah, sounds like it. Nick Cool was awesome. I love him to death. So Paco, Fail Army, is there any topics that you guys would like to discuss?
Well, there's one I'd like to discuss real quick, and it's just stupid people on the internet. This is how this gets started. So I read an article the other day that PlayStation was going to give out 4 free games because of Corona. Well, I checked PSN like I always do when I hear something like that. I didn't find nothing. So then today I read another article saying PSN was going to give away 2 games, which was the Nathan Drake collection, the first 3 games in that collection, and some game called Journey to something. So I checked again, and it didn't happen. Why are these people making up lies? I mean, I won't believe it till I see it. So I mean,
because people just like to start shit. That's all that is.
like stir the pot, I guess.
That's basically what it is. You're right. They just like to stir shit and get over it, and they like to get people's hopes up when it's not even going to come to true.
Right.
I think it's just more or less just seeing who falls for it.
Yeah, that could be too.
Because I mean, there are people that don't even check the reliable source, and they just believe it. I mean, there are people that still believe that the news is a reliable source, and not to break anybody's spirits, but news isn't a reliable source.
That's right.
Right.
It's
It
not.
wasn't on the news. Someone sent me an article on Instagram, and then I read something on the internet. So I don't know. It's just people trying to be retarded, I guess.
I guess I don't understand it either. I don't. So, all right, guys. I think since nobody has any other topics they'd like to discuss or get off their chest, I'm going to go ahead and end this. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Fail Army and Paco, you could stay up here and talk to me for a little bit, for a few minutes after the stream. But I want to say thank you to everybody that's came in, everybody that's voiced their opinion. Fail Army, Paco, Cosmic, my wife Vampira, Most Hated Grower. How you doing? Oh, Most Hated Grower's back. Oh yeah. How you doing, Most Hated Grower? Love you, my brother. I do appreciate all of you guys coming in, hanging out, voicing your opinions. Because if it wasn't for most of you, not the streams like this would never happen. And I do appreciate all of you all for coming in, tuning in. I told you all you are not gonna want to miss this. So I do appreciate all of you guys. Thank you all for being here, and I do appreciate you all. You all have a fantastic night, and I love each and every one of you all. Thank you all very much for being here. Much love, much respect to you. Blood X for Paco flipping you off, and for Fail Army. I love each and every one of you guys. You all take care. Much love, much respect. How you doing, Sun City? Much love to you, my man. You all take care. Have a good one. Everybody, y'all have a blessed day and stay safe. Take care, everybody.